Japan is one of those rare places where ancient tradition and cutting-edge modernity coexist side by side, seamlessly. From high-speed trains gliding past thousand-year-old temples to quiet countryside villages tucked between futuristic cities, it's a country that constantly surprises you. With over 6,800 islands stretching from snowy Hokkaido in the north to the tropical beaches of Okinawa in the south, Japan is incredibly diverse for its size. The country is split into 47 prefectures, each with its own distinct identity, cuisine, dialect, and landscape. Tokyo alone feels like a universe of its own, but step outside the capital and you'll discover a completely different rhythm of life in every direction. The Japanese archipelago is also shaped by 4 very distinct seasons, and the same destination can feel like a different world depending on when you visit. From cherry blossoms in spring to fiery maple leaves in autumn, Japan is remarkably safe, clean, and efficient. The public transport system, especially the Shinkansen bullet trains, is a marvel of precision and convenience. The etiquette, though deeply rooted in respect and harmony, is usually intuitive for visitors. People bow instead of shaking hands, shoes are removed indoors, and silence is appreciated on public transport. These small cultural shifts help define what makes Japan so unique. Food is a huge part of the experience, and it goes far beyond sushi and ramen. Each region takes pride in its local specialties, whether it's Hiroshima's savory okonomiyaki, Hokkaido's fresh seafood, or Osaka's takoyaki street snacks. Even convenience stores here offer meals that would rival restaurants elsewhere. Japan's appeal also lies in how it balances intensity with calm. One moment you're navigating a neon-lit intersection in the middle of Tokyo, and the next, you're sitting under a pine tree in a moss-covered garden, listening to birdsong. That contrast, fast and slow, loud and quiet, is what makes a journey through Japan feel so rewarding. In this documentary, we'll explore some of the most beautiful, intriguing, and culturally rich places across the country. Tokyo, Shibuya, and Shinjuku. Tokyo is the capital and beating heart of modern Japan. In Shibuya, you'll find the world's busiest pedestrian crossing, a mesmerizing scramble of people moving in all directions, dwarfed by massive screens and neon signage. Just steps away is Hachiko statue, a symbol of loyalty that draws visitors from around the world. Shinjuku, meanwhile, blends business with nightlife. During the day, it's home to towering office buildings and massive train hubs, but at night, it transforms into a maze of glowing alleyways like Omoide Yokocho and Kabukicho. For a quieter experience, Shinjuku-gyoen National Garden offers a peaceful break from the surrounding chaos. Despite the city's size and energy, Tokyo functions with incredible order. Everything works, trains are on time to the second, vending machines are everywhere, and even in the busiest spots, things feel strangely calm. Tokyo is overwhelming in the best way possible, a place where every corner feels like a new world. Kyoto, temples and old streets. Kyoto is Japan's cultural capital. Once the imperial seat of power, it's home to over 1,600 temples, many tucked into forested hillsides or surrounded by perfectly raked gravel gardens. The golden Kinkaku-ji and the red torii tunnels of Fushimi Inari are among the most photographed places in the country, and for good reason. But Kyoto's charm isn't just in its big sights. The back streets of Gion, with their traditional wooden machiya houses, feel like stepping into the past. If you're lucky, you might even spot a Jieko, Kyoto's term for geisha, gracefully hurrying to an appointment. Despite the tourism, many places in Kyoto retain a sacred, serene atmosphere. Walking through Arashiyama's bamboo grove or sitting by the river during cherry blossom season are experiences that linger long after you've left. Kyoto captures the essence of old Japan, refined, deliberate, and quietly beautiful. Mount Fuji and Lake Kawaguchi. Mount Fuji is Japan's most iconic natural symbol. Standing at over 3,700 meters, it's a near-perfect cone that dominates the skyline on clear days. The best views often come from the Fuji Five Lakes region, especially Lake Kawaguchi. Here, you can see the mountain reflected in calm water, framed by cherry blossoms in spring or fiery leaves in fall. The area is popular for both day trips and overnight stays in traditional ryokan inns, often with private onsen baths. There's also a ropeway, scenic viewpoints, and even museums dedicated to the mountain and local crafts. For many, seeing Fuji isn't just about the view, it's a kind of pilgrimage, a moment of quiet awe that reminds you just how powerful nature can be. Nara, Deer Park, and Todai-ji. Nara was Japan's first permanent capital and still holds some of the country's oldest and most significant temples. The star attraction is Todai-ji, a massive wooden hall that houses a towering bronze Buddha, one of the largest in the world. Outside the temple, Nara Park is famous for its freely roaming deer, considered messengers of the gods. You can buy special crackers to feed them, but be ready. They've learned to bow for snacks and aren't shy about asking. The atmosphere in Nara is peaceful, historic, and deeply spiritual. It's a compact city, easily explored in a day, but rich with cultural significance. If you want to experience ancient Japan with a touch of wildlife charm, this is the place to go. Osaka, Dotonbori and street food. Osaka is Japan's kitchen, a vibrant, bold city known for its love of food, comedy, and energy. The heart of the action is Dotonbori, a lively district lined with glowing signs, bustling canal-side walkways, and restaurants competing to grab your attention with oversized mechanical crabs and neon lights. It's the kind of place where the energy is almost tangible, especially at night. Food in Osaka is more than a meal, it's a performance. You'll find takoyaki vendors flipping octopus balls with lightning speed, okonomiyaki grills sizzling with layered savory pancakes, and kushikatsu shops offering deep-fried skewers of everything imaginable. Locals here have a deep pride in their food, and it shows in the flavor and friendliness. Beyond the food scene, Osaka has cultural landmarks worth exploring. Osaka Castle is surrounded by a peaceful park and is especially beautiful during cherry blossom season. The Umeda Sky Building offers panoramic views of the skyline, and neighborhoods like Shinjuku give you a glimpse of the city's nostalgic charm. Compared to Tokyo, Osaka feels more laid back and approachable, loud in a good way, with a sense of humor and hospitality that sets it apart. It's a city that welcomes you with open arms and a full plate. Hiroshima, Peace Memorial and Miyajima. Hiroshima is a city known around the world for one of the darkest moments in human history, the atomic bombing in 1945. But what's remarkable about Hiroshima today is how it has transformed into a place of peace, resilience, and reflection. The Peace Memorial Park sits at the epicenter of the blast, with the preserved ruins of the atomic bomb dome standing as a stark reminder of the past. Nearby, the Peace Memorial Museum presents the events of that day with powerful honesty and clarity. The atmosphere here is calm and respectful. You'll find paper cranes folded in memory, a tradition inspired by the story of Sadako Sasaki, a young girl affected by radiation who became a symbol of hope and peace. The park isn't just about looking back, it's about moving forward and making sure history doesn't repeat itself. Just a short ferry ride from the city lies Miyajima Island, home to the famous floating torii gate of Itsukushima Shrine. At high tide, it appears to hover on the water, creating one of Japan's most iconic views. The island is also known for its wild deer, scenic hiking trails, and peaceful temples tucked into the forested hills. Visiting Hiroshima and Miyajima in the same trip offers a balance, one deeply reflective, the other quietly spiritual. Together, they show a side of Japan that's not only beautiful, but emotionally meaningful. Hakone, Onsen towns and Ropeway. Hakone is one of the most accessible nature getaways from Tokyo, offering a complete change of pace with its hot springs, mountain views, and peaceful atmosphere. It's especially popular for its traditional ryokan inns, many of which include private onsen baths overlooking the forest or nearby river. Soaking in one of these natural hot springs is not just relaxing, it's a deeply rooted part of Japanese culture. One of the highlights of Hakone is the scenic ropeway that glides above volcanic landscapes, offering sweeping views of Mount Fuji on clear days. Along the way, you can stop at Owakudani, an active geothermal valley where sulfur vents rise from the ground and black eggs boiled in the hot springs are said to add years to your life. Lake Ashi is another major draw. You can take a cruise across the lake on a replica pirate ship, or simply walk along the shore with Fuji in the background. The Hakone Shrine, nestled in the trees by the water, features a large red torii gate that appears to rise from the lake, a favorite photo spot for visitors. With its blend of nature, tradition, and just the right amount of quirkiness, Hakone is an ideal spot to unwind and experience a slower, more restorative side of Japan. Hokkaido, Furano, and Biei in summer. Hokkaido, Japan's northernmost island, is known for its wide-open landscapes, cool climate, and seasonal beauty. In the summer months, the countryside towns of Furano and Biei become some of the most photogenic spots in the country. Rolling hills covered in colorful flower fields stretch out in every direction, with lavender in full bloom from late June to early August. Furano is especially famous for its lavender farms, like Farm Tomita, where rows of purple stretch across gentle slopes under a wide sky. The air smells fresh and floral, and the peaceful setting offers a different kind of Japanese experience, one rooted in space, nature, and simplicity. It's a popular stop for road trips, and the open roads lined with green fields and distant mountains make the drive just as enjoyable as the destination. Biei, just next door, is known for its patchwork countryside, shaped by farming and framed by distant volcanic peaks. The landscapes here are often captured in Japanese calendars and commercials. And when you see them in person, it's easy to understand why. Photogenic spots like the Blue Pond and the Shirahige waterfall are easy to visit and rarely crowded. Hokkaido in summer offers something quiet and grounding. It's less about temples or cities and more about letting the scenery do the talking. A visit to Furano and Biei feels almost like a reset. Fresh air, soft hills, and endless sky. Sapporo, snow festival and city vibes. Sapporo is the capital of Hokkaido and the gateway to Japan's northern frontier. Best known for its annual snow festival, the city transforms each February into a winter wonderland filled with massive snow and ice sculptures. These aren't just ordinary carvings. They're enormous, detailed creations that span entire city blocks and attract visitors from around the world. But Sapporo isn't just a seasonal destination. Even outside the festival, it's a lively, welcoming city with wide streets, a strong food scene, and a relaxed pace. Local specialties like miso ramen and soup curry are hearty and comforting, perfect for the colder climate. The city is also home to the original Sapporo beer, and you can visit the historic brewery to learn more and sample a glass fresh from the source. Odori Park cuts through the center of the city, offering open green space and great spots to relax, while Mount Moiwa provides panoramic views of the skyline, especially at sunset. Sapporo also serves as a hub for exploring Hokkaido's ski resorts and national parks, making it a great base for winter sports or summer hiking. Whether you come for the snow, the food, or the fresh air, Sapporo gives you an experience that feels both urban and close to nature, with a charm that's distinctly different from the rest of Japan. Kanazawa, Kenroku-en and Samurai District. Kanazawa is often called a smaller, quieter Kyoto, but it has a character all its own. It was one of the few cities spared from air raids during World War II, which means much of its historical architecture remains intact. One of the city's most famous sites is Kenroku-en, considered one of the 3 great gardens of Japan. Designed over centuries, it blends ponds, bridges, stone lanterns, and seasonal flowers into a perfectly balanced landscape. Just steps from the garden is Kanazawa Castle, with reconstructed wooden gates and walls that offer a glimpse into the city's feudal past. The area around it is spacious and serene, great for walking and absorbing the atmosphere. Kanazawa's preserved districts are also a major highlight. In the Nagamachi area, you can walk through quiet streets once home to samurai families, complete with earthen walls and restored residences. Meanwhile, the Higashi-Chaya district showcases tea houses from the Edo period, some still in use, and many now open as shops or small museums. What makes Kanazawa special is the balance between refinement and authenticity. It's less crowded than Kyoto, but just as rich in heritage, with a slower rhythm that invites you to stay a little longer and look a little closer. Nikko, Shrines and Autumn Colors. Nikko is a town nestled in the mountains north of Tokyo, known for its stunning mix of spiritual architecture and natural scenery. Its most famous site is the ornate Toshogu Shrine, built in the early 1600s as a lavish tribute to Tokugawa Ieyasu, the founder of the Tokugawa shogunate. Covered in intricate carvings, gold leaf, and symbolic details, it stands out from Japan's typically minimalist temple style. The entire shrine complex is part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site and sits in a tall cedar forest that feels timeless and peaceful. Nearby, the Futarasan Shrine and Rinnoji Temple add to the area's spiritual atmosphere, offering a variety of architectural styles and quiet walking paths. Nikko is also famous for its seasonal beauty, especially in autumn, when the surrounding hills explode into shades of red, orange, and gold. The Irohazaka, winding road, and Lake Chuzenji offer scenic drives and panoramic viewpoints that attract photographers and nature lovers from all over Japan. Whether you're drawn to its rich history or just want to see some of the country's most colorful fall foliage, Nikko delivers a memorable mix of culture and landscape, all within easy reach of the capital. Nagano, Snow Monkeys and Mountains. Nagano Prefecture is a mountainous region in central Japan known for its winter sports, alpine villages, and unique wildlife. One of its most iconic sites is the Japanese macaques at Jigokudani Monkey Park, often called snow monkeys. These wild monkeys are famously known for soaking in natural hot springs during the cold winter months, completely relaxed as snow falls around them. It's one of the rare places in the world where you can see animals enjoying hot baths just like people. Beyond the monkeys, Nagano is a hub for outdoor adventure. The Japanese Alps cut through the region, offering world-class skiing in places like Hakuba, which hosted events during the 1998 Winter Olympics. In summer, these same areas turn into hiking and climbing destinations, with fresh air and panoramic views stretching for miles. Culturally, Nagano is home to Zenkoji, one of Japan's oldest and most important Buddhist temples. The temple's long history and spiritual atmosphere attract both pilgrims and casual visitors. Nearby towns like Matsumoto also offer a blend of historical charm and mountain scenery, with well-preserved castles and quiet streets. Nagano feels more rugged and natural than many of Japan's urban centers. It's a place where the pace slows down and the mountains shape daily life, making it perfect for those who want to mix nature, culture, and a bit of wildlife in their journey. Kobe, Harbor and Wagyu culture. Kobe is a stylish port city that blends international flair with deep-rooted Japanese traditions. Its location between the sea and the mountains gives it a unique layout, with scenic views in every direction. The city's harbor area, especially around American Park and the Kobe Port Tower, offers a relaxing waterfront vibe with museums, art installations, and a maritime atmosphere that sets it apart from landlocked destinations. But Kobe is perhaps best known worldwide for its beef. Kobe Wagyu is one of the most premium and carefully raised types of beef in Japan, prized for its marbling, tenderness, and rich flavor. Many restaurants in the city offer set menus or teppanyaki experiences where you can watch the beef cooked right in front of you. It's not cheap, but it's widely considered a once-in-a-lifetime food experience. Beyond the harbor and food scene, Kobe has a few surprises. The Kitano district features Western-style homes from the late 1800s, when foreign merchants first settled in the area. It adds a historical layer to the city's international feel. Meanwhile, the nearby Mount Rokko offers panoramic views and easy access to hiking trails and cable cars. Kobe is compact, easy to explore, and full of character. Whether you're here to eat world-famous beef or simply enjoy the views, it's a rewarding stop with a bit of everything: city energy, culinary excellence, and coastal charm. Okinawa, tropical beaches. Okinawa is Japan's southernmost prefecture and feels like an entirely different world from the mainland. With its subtropical climate, clear blue waters, and relaxed island culture, it's the country's top beach destination. The main island has a mix of city life in Naha and quiet stretches of coast where time seems to slow down. The beaches here are stunning: white sand, turquoise water, and coral reefs just offshore. Places like Emerald Beach and Zampa Beach are perfect for swimming, snorkeling, or just relaxing in the sun. Many visitors also explore the smaller islands in the Okinawa chain, such as Miyajima and Ishigaki, where the scenery becomes even more remote and untouched. Okinawa also has a rich cultural heritage distinct from the rest of Japan. Once part of the independent Ryukyu Kingdom, the region has its own language, music, and food traditions. You'll find historic sites like Shurijo Castle and experience a unique blend of Japanese and Southeast Asian influences in everything from architecture to cuisine. Dishes like Goya Champuru and Okinawa Soba reflect the local identity. More than just a beach getaway, Okinawa offers a peaceful, welcoming environment with its own rhythm. Whether you come for the diving, the history, or the laid-back island life, it shows a different side of Japan, one that feels both far away and deeply connected. Kamakura, great Buddha and surf vibe. Kamakura is a coastal town just an hour south of Tokyo, offering a refreshing mix of history and laid-back beach culture. Once the political center of Japan during the Kamakura shogunate, it's now best known for its towering bronze Great Buddha, a serene, open-air statue that has watched over the town for centuries. It's one of the most recognizable images of historical Japan and a quiet symbol of strength and calm. The town is dotted with Zen temples and Shinto shrines, many of them nestled in leafy hills or hidden behind residential streets. Engakuji and Hasedera are two standout temples, offering tranquil gardens, hillside views, and a slower, contemplative pace that contrasts with the urban energy of Tokyo. But Kamakura isn't just about the past. The nearby beach has become a hub for surfers and day trippers, giving the town a unique blend of spiritual heritage and modern leisure. Small cafes and surf shops line the coast, and the whole area has a casual, open feel that makes it easy to settle in for a few hours or a full day. It's that balance, ancient temples just minutes from the ocean, that makes Kamakura so appealing. Whether you're coming to reflect, explore, or unwind, it's one of the easiest and most rewarding escapes from the city. Fukuoka, Yatai stores and canal walks. Fukuoka is the largest city in Kyushu and one of Japan's most livable urban centers, known for its friendly atmosphere, modern infrastructure, and vibrant food culture. Unlike Tokyo or Osaka, Fukuoka feels more open and relaxed, with wide streets, waterfront parks, and a blend of city convenience and southern hospitality. One of its most iconic features is the Yatai, open-air food stalls that line the streets in the evening, especially near the Nikasu and Tenjin areas. These stalls serve up local favorites like tonkotsu ramen, yakitori, and tempura in an informal social setting. It's a great way to connect with locals, sample different dishes, and enjoy dinner outdoors, often right by the river. The city is also home to beautiful urban spaces like Ohori Park and the Fukuoka Castle ruins, perfect for afternoon strolls. Along the canals, you'll find modern shopping centers and relaxed cafes that make the city feel welcoming and current. For history buffs, the nearby Dazaifu Tenmangu Shrine offers a cultural escape just outside the city. Fukuoka may not be as widely known internationally, but it leaves a strong impression. It combines the best of urban Japan, great food, smart design, and efficient transit, with a pace that feels more human and personal. Tottori sand dunes and coastal scenery. Tottori, one of Japan's least populated prefectures, offers landscapes that feel completely unexpected. Its most famous attraction is the Tottori sand dunes, a stretch of rolling golden sand along the Sea of Japan that looks more like a desert than anything you'd associate with Japan. The dunes stretch for over 16 kilometers and reach heights of up to 50 meters, offering wide views of the coastline and plenty of room to explore. Visitors can walk across the dunes, try sandboarding, ride a camel, or even glide overhead on a paraglider. The wind-sculpted patterns and shifting light make this a surprisingly beautiful and photogenic destination, especially during sunrise or sunset. Beyond the dunes, the coastline continues to impress. The nearby Eurodome coast is dotted with cliffs, caves, and crystal-clear water, perfect for kayaking or boat tours. Inland, you'll find small towns, onsen baths, and a pace of life that feels deeply connected to nature and tradition. Tottori isn't packed with major cities or crowds, but that's part of its charm. It's a place where you can breathe, slow down, and see a side of Japan that most travelers miss. Rugged, quiet, and beautifully raw. Aomori, Nebuta Festival and Countryside. Aomori, at the northern tip of Japan's main island Honshu, is known for its strong traditions, dramatic seasons, and striking contrasts between culture and nature. Every August, the city hosts the Nebuta Matsuri, one of Japan's most spectacular festivals. Giant illuminated floats, designed as warriors and mythical creatures, parade through the streets, accompanied by taiko drummers, dancers, and an electric crowd energy that fills the summer nights. Outside festival season, Aomori offers a peaceful rural setting shaped by agriculture and coastline. The region is famous for apples, with orchards stretching for miles and roadside stands selling fresh juice and sweets. In autumn, the Hakone Mountains and Oirase Gorge explode with color, offering some of the most vivid fall foliage in the country. Culturally, Aomori leans into its northern identity. The local Nebuta Museum keeps the festival spirit alive year-round, and traditional shamisen music still echoes in local performances. The area's blend of Shinto and folk traditions feels strong and deeply rooted, even as the region slowly modernizes. Aomori is less polished than many tourist hubs, but that's exactly what makes it memorable. It's authentic, honest, and full of personality. A quiet finish to a journey across one of the most varied countries on Earth. Japan is a country that reveals itself slowly, layer by layer. You might come for the big names, Tokyo, Kyoto, Mount Fuji, but what makes the experience unforgettable is everything in between. The quiet forest paths, the unexpected kindness from a shop owner, the way a bowl of noodles can feel like comfort on a rainy day. Every region has its own rhythm, and no two prefectures feel the same. It's one of the few places in the world where travel never becomes predictable. What stands out most is how Japan balances contrasts so effortlessly. Tradition and innovation are not in conflict here. They live side by side. A centuries-old shrine can sit next to a glass skyscraper. A silent tea ceremony can exist in the same culture that gave us bullet trains and robot cafes. This constant duality makes every moment feel rich and textured. Then there's the attention to detail. Whether it's a moss garden, raked to perfection, or the packaging of a convenience store snack, there's an unspoken respect for quality and care. Nothing is done halfway. That mindset touches everything: design, food, architecture, even the way cities are planned. It creates an environment where visitors feel not just welcome, but quietly looked after. Traveling through Japan also means adapting, learning to stand on the correct side of the escalator, getting used to removing your shoes, figuring out what to do at a shrine. These aren't barriers, they're part of the experience. And they remind you that being a guest in someone else's culture comes with responsibility and reward. The more open you are, the more the country gives back. For many travelers, Japan becomes a favorite, not just because of what it shows, but because of how it makes you feel. Calm, curious, grounded. It's not always easy to explain why, but the feeling stays with you long after you return home. If this journey inspired you, consider subscribing to Voyage Trips. We create long-form cinematic documentaries like this one, and we'd love to have you with us for the next adventure. Which of these places in Japan would you visit first? Let us know in the comments.